It is good to be with you on this Thursday. We think it's still Thursday, coming to you from our staff meeting. We're heading into Holy Week. And as we head into Holy Week, of course, we're looking towards the death and the resurrection of Jesus, God in the flesh, who died. It's the mystery of the incarnation. It's the mystery of the death of Christ. It's the mystery of the resurrection. And as we look into these times that we're in, I see a lot of parallels. Number one, it's when we look at Jesus, for 3 days, God, who had taken on human form, was separated from his body. And in that time, theologians differ on, what happened and where he went and those things. But the important thing is that on Sunday morning, he was resurrected and his spirit came back together with his body. And that's the hope of every believer, is that when we die, our body goes to the grave. And Pastor Ken, if you go to a funeral that he does, he always says, this is not this person in front of you. They are not here. This is their body. This is their tent. We're not made to be separate from our body. We're made to be a spirit and a body conjoined together. The hope is that we will be resurrected and that we will be raised with Christ and glorified with Christ. I've been thinking about that because here you see us in our staff meeting and we're not together. We're made to be together. I don't want to take the analogy too far, but there's a lot that we've been learning about the church in these days, that it's not about the walls. It's not about the programs. It's not about the traditions that we have. And there's a lot that God has stripped away from us as we've been thinking through what is the church. But it's painful to not be together with this staff on a Thursday morning. It's not right. We're not designed as a church to be apart from each other. There is a day when we will come back together. And there is a day when we will be worshiping together again in the sanctuary in Hampton Falls. So for as good as it is for us to think about being separate and what the church truly is, when you strip everything else away, I want to encourage you guys today that we will be together again. And it's a relation to the body. So that's the encouragement for today. I brought the staff here with you on our meeting because I wanted it's just a picture of how of what is not natural and what is not meant to be. We're meant to be together. But I also want to just open it up to the staff and ask if you have any thoughts on that or any tweaks, anything else. Because people would love to hear your voice as well.
I have to say right off that I cannot wait to hear you all singing again. I am not thrilled when I have to play to an empty room. And I appreciate so much more now than ever what corporate worship is. It's a living organism. We are meant to worship God together. And I long for that day. And it will be coming. It will come.
When it comes to preaching, the reality is preaching is intended to be a gift of the body, that we are together preaching. So like Ellen, preaching to an empty room is it's just not right. I could be giving a speech or a lecture, but preaching is intended to be a body experience, Christ's body experience. So stay faithful, and I look forward to sharing that gift with you.
And as difficult as it is for them to either play or preach to an empty room, we need the corporate worship. We need to be part of that. We need to be there listening. We need to sing together. It's important for all of us to do that.
The only thing I can think of and can add is I just keep thinking of ways I can virtually high five people. And that's the only thing that's my immature brain that's just going through these virtual meetings. But one day, I've already gotten a couple emails from people this week that have said, I can't wait till we can come and I can shake your hand in person or give you a hug in person again. And that's going to be a little taste, I think, of what it's going to be like when we come before Jesus and we're with him in paradise forever, of physical, relational, full presence. And I think there's something about this season that is making us long for that eternal day too, of just, we feel distant, we feel alone. We're still connected, but one day it'll be to the full. And yeah, hope and longing are good words in this season. Amen. And that's part of Lent, right? Is this hope and longing for the resurrection?
Absolutely. I just close in saying, Paul says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And our hope and prayer for Hampton Falls First Baptist Church is that even though we're absent from the body, that you will experience God's presence in this time that we're apart. In Revelation, when the saints who have gone on, they cry out, "O Lord, how long? How long until you avenge?" And they're talking about the deaths of the saints. But there's those who also say they're longing for the return, for the resurrection of the body, because it's an unnatural state to be apart from the body. And so as we look forward to the resurrection of Jesus on Sunday,
that's how we all feel.
We look forward to being with you again. You can hit pause.
We love you guys.
Love you guys.
Take care.
Yeah. Love you.